Because we have been waiting since yesterday for official response from Tigray's government about Joe Biden's executive order about upcoming sanctions on Ethiopia, Eritrea, and TPLF2 in case of continuation of Tigray conflict. A short while ago, Gata Choreda, TPLF leader, Tigray president spokesperson, issued a statement on his Twitter account. What did he say? And is TPLF led Tigray government agreeing to Joe Biden's executive order? And secondly, if talks start at this point of time between Tigray and Ethiopian government, which side would have advantage at the table? Before talking about these developments, viewers, almost 48 hours ago, I informed you about hundreds of trucks, humanitarian aid trucks entering Tigray, which have entered Tigray over the past few days, but they have not returned. I talked to some sources on the ground who informed me about on the ground situation. They told me that truck drivers, owners were facing problems along the route. They were facing harassment as well. Security situation is unsafe, very volatile. That is why truck drivers, owners, they are not ready to travel along a far Makale road. Some viewers said, Sajid, you are becoming a mouthpiece of TPLF. If trucks can enter Tigray, they can come back too. Well, a clarification. Firstly, most of the trucks hired by aid agencies were from Tigray. These truck owners, transport companies were not ready to travel along a far Makele road. But somehow aid agencies, Tigray's government convinced them to travel from afar to Makele. But during the course of their travel, they were faced with harassment at checkpoints. They, on some convoys, attacks have also been carried out. That is why after entering Tigray, now they do not want to go back. That is the main reason behind what people say disappearance of trucks. It's not that I am supporting TPLF. This is what on ground situation is, whether you like it or not, but this is what on ground situation is. Now coming back to Tigray government's response to Joe Biden's executive order about upcoming sanctions on Ethiopia, Eritrea and TPLF in case of continuation of hostilities. Gata Choreda issued a statement on his Twitter account an hour ago. The statement has been issued on behalf of Tigray government. It's not a personal statement of Gata Choreda. Tigray government is written in the statement. Gata Choreda says that firstly, this executive order issued by Joe Biden, US President, is a good move. Long overdue, but a good move, firstly. Secondly, again, he's talking about genocide, that genocide of children, women is being committed. Thirdly, he says that Tigray government is ready to facilitate or to agree to any independent investigations on any wrongdoings on the part of Tigray. And lastly, he says that we have been expressing our resolve that dialogue is the only solution to this crisis. Now, he has not clarified some points in this statement, viewers. A consistent position of Tigray's government has been that no talks without preconditions. Tigray's government has laid out some preconditions, including the withdrawal of Eritrean forces, Amhara forces from Western Tigray, restoration of banking services, electricity, communication services, lifting of siege, and some others as well. Tigray's government has been saying that before these preconditions are met, no talks will be held. Joe Biden, in his executive order yesterday, said that all parties to this conflict must start talks without any preconditions. Now, govt is saying we have been expressing our resolve that dialogue is the key to this, to the resolution of this crisis. Yes, Tigray's government has been calling for dialogue, but it has been calling for dialogue after its preconditions are met. Now, govt did not clarify that is Tigray government ready to start talks without any preconditions. So, there is a little bit ambiguity in this statement of Tigray government, but overall, Tigray government is ready. It is agreeing to Joe Biden's executive order. It is agreeing to the call for negotiated ceasefire. Unlike Ethiopian government, which has outrightly rejected this executive order, PM Abiy yesterday said that Ethiopia will not succumb to any pressure. He issued a very strong statement. He wrote a very strong letter to Joe Biden, US President. Now, if talks start now, which side will have an advantage? If talks start without any precondition, at this point of time, which side will have an advantage? Well, if we look at the larger picture, Tigray is still under siege. It has no access to any other country. Regions around Tigray are hostile. They are in alliance with Ethiopian federal government. Though TDF is in control of Wollo, which is in Amhara, and Waghimra, which is in Amhara as well. And TDF has retaken Raya, Alamata, Koram. Still, Tigray is under siege. Western Tigray is under the control of Eritrean forces, Amhara forces, Ethiopian National Defense Forces. Even if talks start at this point of time, I believe that Ethiopian government will have an advantage at the table. Because Ethiopian government is in a stronger position right now if talks start. But I don't think that the Ethiopian government would like to start talks now. It has been making preparations. It has been waiting for the start of dry season. We could see a renewed offensive on Tigray Defense Force in coming days after the end of rainy season. That is why Ethiopian government will not start talks at this point of time. Eritrea has not officially issued any statement so far in this regard. I think for